Good morning.
Good morning.
Melinda and Keith. We're on our last leg of our historic Route 66 road trip where we are honoring black travelers and those non-black establishments that helped black travelers along their way during the Jim Crow era of segregation. We're up early here. It's early. It's not early at home, but we're up early this morning, leaving Laughlin, Nevada, where we stayed at the Harrah's Casino. And we were able to get our room for $35 for the night. And it was a very nice room. We were able to visit the pool and the beach. They have a nice pool and beach area. And so far on our trip, we've been able to do every single thing that we wanted to do. We went to the ghost town of Oatman earlier this morning after we left Laughlin. It was about 30 miles away from Laughlin, but we were happy to get to see that and to get to take pictures of the old buildings that were there and to get some little touristy photo ops with the sign. And there were some wild burros that were wandering through town, so we got to see those and got to take some pics of those. So we look forward to sharing that information with you soon. We are now headed to Santa Monica, California. It's our last leg before heading back home. But we have had such a wonderful trip. We've had nothing but laughs and love and smiles and happiness. Is that right, Deke?
That's right.
That's right. There was one little, not incident or anything, but when we got into California, we wanted to top off because we know there's a long stretch that doesn't have anything. So we wanted to top off, and we got there, and gas was $8.55 a gallon. We're not used to that. Our gas at home is $2.74 a gallon, but it's not bad. We factored in extra money for stuff like that, so it wasn't a problem. It was just a big sticker shock when we saw that. We went to Carmel a few years ago, and gas was $7.50 along the Pacific Coast Highway in Big Sur, and we thought that was outrageous, and it was outrageous to us, little Tennessee people coming all the way to California. But we're cool. Everything's cool. So after Oatman, we're headed to we came into California. We're headed to Santa Monica, and in Santa Monica, what we plan to do is, and it looks like we're going to have time to do the things that we wanted to do. We're definitely going to visit Bruce's beach, and you may recall that was a beach that was founded by the Bruce couple as a black beach in the 1920s. After they were denied entry to other beaches, they developed their own beach. They bought their own property, and it started being very successful. And the white business owners and white residents, they pressured City Hall enough to force them to condemn the Bruce's beach, and it was just a big mess back in the day. But now they've made amends. Unfortunately, the Bruces, they don't get to relish in the reparations that were paid to the Bruce family, and it's sad that they died knowing that their properties were taken away through hateful means. But it is what it is, and so we're going to be able to visit Bruce Beach. There is a 26-mile bike trail that goes along the coast, so we're going to be able to do that. California is really big into biking and things like that, so we're fortunate that we have our bikes that we were able to use in Grand Canyon yesterday and see a lot more of the canyon than we have in our past trips. So we're going to be able to bike as much as we can of that 26-mile bike trail. And then tomorrow we're going to be able to go to the Will Rogers State Park, where we'll hopefully get to view a polo match, because they hold polo matches on the lawn there, and have a picnic there. But Will Rogers, you may remember, he was an American cowboy. He made lots and lots of westerns, and so this state park was actually where he lived, and they have kept it up, and now it's a state park. And I really love Will Rogers. When I was researching this trip, they made I remember reading an article where they interviewed him, and if his family came over on the Mayflower, and he said, no, my family didn't come over on the Mayflower, but my family sure was there to meet him when they landed. So he was very proud of being Native American. And you know, that probably wasn't well known back then, because they, in the movie and television industry, it was not minority friendly. But for him to go out and say that in a time when it wasn't looked well upon by everyone, I just really respect him for that. So we want to go and visit his state park. There's trails there, and there's overlooks, and the polo matches. He loved polo, so we're excited to be able to view that. It's only $12 to get into the state park, but once you're in there, everything else is free from what I understand. So we're gonna do that, and let me see, make sure that's what's on our list. And there's of course the photo op at the end of Route 66 sign on the pier, so we're going to do that. And then I have here, we got to do that, and then have lunch at the Pier Burger, just little touristy things like that outside of the purpose of our trip, which is to honor black travelers that weren't able to travel freely during segregation, and to also show respect and honor those people who were not black travelers or minority travelers that didn't see color and wanted to help people travel along the way. We've done so many exciting things along on this trip. We've done a Green Book walking tour in Flagstaff. And I'm getting my states all mixed up. Flagstaff, Arizona, where we learned that this Miss Cora, I'll have to get her name. I saw videos of her before we left, but she was Flagstaff's first African American mayor, and she also happened to be a woman. She served 2 terms. I think she started in 2018. We've learned that she's gone on to bigger and better things. She's working in parts of Congress now, in an office in Congress now. So that was very exciting to learn. But I did learn during my research of Route 66 and Black history that she either she helped develop, and I'm sorry, I'm getting some of these mixed up, but there was a Green Book walking tour, and we were able to visit the visitor center, who gave us a map. So we were able to see the Hotel Du Bois and the Hotel Knackered, and see ice cream shops, and where the Greyhound bus station, just different establishments that were black friendly and welcome black travelers along Route 66. So those are just a couple of more interesting things that we've done. We've done so much. In the Buffalo Soldiers, we were able to visit them. But anyway, when we get home, we're going to do a lot more in-depth videos, and they'll be posted on YouTube. So hopefully you'll subscribe to our channel, so you'll get to see those videos as they come up. And hopefully you'll like them and share them, so we can build our channel. And the reason why we're doing YouTube now, I know people say you can make money. That is not the purpose of us wanting to do YouTube. When I researched all my trips, and we've traveled so much, we've been to Hawaii twice, we've been to Alaska twice, we've been to Canada twice, we've been to Aruba, Lake Tahoe. I mean, we've been so many places in our short 10 years together. And you know, you don't get to put those trips together on your own in your brain. I used YouTube a lot to plan my trips and to figure out where we were going, and I just want to return the favor and hopefully be able to help people along their travels, figure out what things to do in different cities, and inspire people to travel and want to travel. So that's the whole purpose of us moving from primarily doing all our stuff on Facebook and Instagram, which I do very little on Instagram. I'm older, so I do Facebook, but move on to YouTube. So we'll be able to do our trips there and hopefully inspire and help other people plan their trips when they start looking, because I'm going to continue using YouTube for my inspirations and traveling. So I'm just paying it forward. So that's the whole purpose of us moving everything to YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel or anything like that, please do that, because we're going to start putting our things, all our stuff from instead of Facebook, which doesn't have a big audience because we have small numbers of our compared to YouTube. We want to make sure that our videos and our travel inspirations can get seen as much as we can, as much as it can. So there we are. We're on to Santa Monica. Let's see, we have 170 miles to go, and then we will be at the end of our Route 66 road trip. It's been amazing. It's been fun. Of all the travels we've done, I think this is my favorite because we got to spend a lot of time together in close proximity to each other, and we still love each other. We haven't gotten on each other's nerves a lot. I'm the one that gets on his nerves. He doesn't get on. He is so patient with me. If I was him, I would have left me a long time ago. But he is holding in there. It takes a big woman to admit that she has issues, and I do sometimes when we travel. But he's held in there like a trooper. He has followed behind me on trails when we've been walking out in these dusty desert trails with a spray water bottle, spraying me to make sure I didn't get too hot. And he made sure I had water before he had water. He is just such the perfect example of a husband, and that's where we got the name of our channel from. Where's True Love? This is true love. This is where true love is. When you can put up with a spouse that that probably nobody else would, that is true love. So this is where true love is, and we are Where's True Love. So anyway, follow us on to Santa Monica, and we will pick up from there. And then once we get home, we're going back home. We're not going to do a lot of stops. We're going to make long trips back home because we both still work full-time jobs. We had 2 weeks to do this trip. We both still work, so we got to get back home and get back to work so we can save and do more of these fun trips and do things that we love. That's why we work. We work to pay bills, but we also work to share in the wonderful planet that God gave all of us. So follow along with us, and we will see you in Santa Monica. Bye.
Bye.